Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Hey, you all ever experienced some weird phenomenons taking place around you, and you really can't say anything about what you're seeing because you're gonna sound crazy to people around you? Put a one in the chat if you can relate to what I just said. All right, cool. You're not alone. As y'all can see, you are not alone. Now, I'm not sure if you all are familiar with gang stalking. This has been a topic of discussion that I've, briefly spoke on some years ago that I want to bring back into the public's perspective. For those who are unfamiliar with that term, gang stalking is organized mobbing. It's when a group comes together collectively and for whatever reason, they seem to be watching one person. They ostracize, often isolate, prick, prod, harass, follow. They have an array of tactics that they use against one individual, and this is something that goes on a personal level. It could be online mobbing, it can be workplace mobbing, it can be, all these various ways they can attack you, or it can be done by an agency, depending on who you are. So I want to talk about gang stalking because often when people speak about it, they talk about what you would call an isolation program, where individuals come against you and they pretty much isolate you. They ostracize you, they create smear campaigns, they do anything they can do in their power to make sure other people do not want to gravitate towards you whatsoever. I want to talk about something called a simulation program. And this simulation program is quite the opposite, actually. It's quite the opposite from isolating you. The simulation program, they actually send people your direction. They send people around you. We call these individuals agents, smiths, or meat suits, or skinwalkers. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, we're pretty much in a simulation. And I don't want to go over y'all's head, but if you're not a spiritual person, you won't understand where I'm coming from. The unlearned ears won't catch on. But in this simulation we living in, you got to understand this is not your final form. The body that you're in right now is not your final form. This body that you're in right now, it's, it has flaws. It's infallible. It has issues. It's not really meant to sustain for eternity, right? So you're going to go to another form at some point. But while you're in this form, you got to view this as an alternative universe, because when you think about the world and how things work, this place is weird, yo. I mean, this place is real weird when you really think about it. This everyday life we live in that's considered normal is very abnormal when you look at some of the things that have been brought out lately. Let me give y'all an example. Right now they're making something called 15-minute cities, where they're claiming that they're going to focus on urban areas and come with new developments and new infrastructure. I'm here to tell you right now, those 15-minute cities are going to be surveillance cities. There's not too often where in this country people put together money to fix the hood and fix the urban community. It just doesn't happen. Anytime they're changing the infrastructure or doing anything, it's because they want to keep a closer eye on the people that's there. And this is nothing new. They've been doing this since Christ's time. They've been doing this back in biblical days, keeping a close eye on the poor. It was to the point where the Roman soldiers would roll through Judea and Jerusalem, and they would watch the poor. And you would wonder why is the world paying so much close attention to the poor or urban community? Well, it's been like this since way back. J. Edgar Hoover told you he had a fear of a black messiah. And that's when the surveillance state started. But let me help you to understand something. They have gotten to the point in this simulation, in this alternative universe we dwell in, where everything is just strange. Some of the entities you see walking down the street aren't even humans. Some of these bots, they're not even real. But they have gotten to the point where they can use artificial intelligence now to actually simulate what you're going to do, what your next move is. And there's a movie that comes to mind. It's called The Cell, and it's starring John Cusack, and it has Samuel L. Jackson in it. It's called The Cell, right? In this movie, something happens with the cell phone towers where this frequency is put on the planet, and people start turning into zombies and attacking anybody who's not plugged into the phone matrix. I mean, they literally become zombies, chasing after people, flesh eating. They all in syncrecy. Literally, that's what's happening. From some of the things that people been inundated with, from some of the impositions that they allowed through their bloodstream, there's a frequency operating in this alternative universe where people are being surveilled. But not only that, they have worked very diligently on being able to trace your next moves. It's really like the Truman Show. And they can calculate what moves you're going to make and actually set people up, bro, in your life. It's a simulation. It's like everything is a test. The people you allow in your life is a test. When people just start appearing in your life and certain things start taking place, and it's almost like the people around you are in syncrecy with you. I'm talking about lockstep. Like, I don't know if y'all ever had a thought in your mind, right? Like, you know, man, I'm gonna stay out the streets, I'm gonna stay out the way, I'm gonna stay in the house. And then all of a sudden, people who never called you or haven't called you for a long time hit you up, trying to invite you places. And it's the weirdest thing in the world, right? It's almost like a frequency that was put into the airwaves, and then here come agents to try to lure you out of your safety zone. Like, I'm telling you, man, I know this sounds crazy what I'm saying, but I'm just gonna put it like this, right? Y'all probably like New Breed and lost his mind, right? But no, listen, I want to put it like this. As of late, I've experienced some weird things taking place that I don't want to tell nobody about, because if I say it out loud, it's going to sound like I'm crazy or maybe paranoid, schizophrenic, something to that degree. So I'll keep it to myself, right? I'll just allow y'all to speculate. But I will say, I'm going to ask y'all this. Have you ever got in your vehicle and something was moved out of place, something was missing, or something just weird, right? A compartment in your vehicle is open and you know for a fact you didn't open, but that compartment is open. Or some things are moved around, you know it's just not how you left it. You know it ain't how you left it. But you can't say nothing about that, because if you say it, people gonna just think you crazy. But you know somebody been in your vehicle, or at least it seems like somebody been in your vehicle, right? You have no real other explanation how that item got moved unless somebody been in there. And it makes you want to search out your vehicle. And I'm gonna tell you this: they have tracing devices. They have tracing devices, and there are certain forces operating. And I'm not telling y'all this to be fearful, but I'm telling you this so you can get prayed up, because as the world turns more shrewd, cold-blooded, venomous, and contagious, because there's a contagion in the air with people, there's demonic spirits operating on people, they're going to target those who can see the light much more, man. Much more. I mean, it's just to the point where You got to understand that they're setting up certain portals, and we call them organic portals in the TI community. And for those unfamiliar with that term, I'm speaking of targeted individuals. And these portals that they set up, I believe personally that they're running them through the cell phone towers. I think that they're using CERN over there in Switzerland to crack certain portals open. And I think that everybody among you are not under their own control. I believe that some people, and this is my personal belief, I believe that their bodies are being used as vehicles. That's what I believe. And I think it's a lot of those people who got their cell phones, and this is why we got to cut our screen time back. We got to cut our screen time back. We have got to understand that they're putting certain frequencies, and I think they're implanting thoughts in people. I mean, I really do believe that. Like, if you've ever lived in the neighborhood and every time you walk out your door, somebody else walks out of their door, and it's almost like they're watching you. I think there was a thought that was implanted, and they walked out because something told them to. I'm serious about this, man. This stuff is crazy. How they be conducting street theater on people, like, you know, you'll see the revving of engines, you'll see, you know, just weird stuff that people do. And it doesn't happen to everybody. It only happens to individuals who have been targeted because they have social, political, or religious differences from the entire world. They haven't fell for the social cataclysm that Satan has placed on this planet. They haven't fell for it. It's like your whole life was supposed to be a matrix. You were supposed to not ask questions. You were supposed to just think like everybody else. You were supposed to believe what everybody else believed. You were supposed to believe in a Hegelian dialect. You was not supposed to understand that there's more to life than what meets the eye. You wasn't supposed to be digging deeper. You wasn't supposed to be unplugging from that matrix. You wasn't supposed to lose interest in the things that you once were interested in. That was a distraction. That was not supposed to happen. It wasn't part of the program. Like, a lot of you all were chosen by the Almighty to wake up. You was not meant to allow your ego to die and wake up to the Creator. You wasn't supposed to see that. You're supposed to be like everybody else. And since you're not, people be watching. I mean, it is what it is. They're always watching. And then when you have a lot on the line, and particularly if you're a voice, even on social media, it doesn't matter how much of a following you have. It really matters what you're saying, because there's certain things that you can say. And the internet, if you don't know this by now, listen, IP addresses are traced. These people know exactly who you are. So when you be posting certain conscious material, they know, they're watching. They're always watching. But to show you the power of the Almighty, it's nothing they can do to you, because there's spiritual laws that have been put in place. Yup, real talk. Somebody said, I ain't played PS5 in a while, in a couple months, because I've been in them books. Right, that's what's up. Somebody said women was going to be my downfall. I was in the army, and I pretty much made it a hobby to smash in the city. I was actually doing that, and I'm glad y'all changed my mindset for the better. Right, because I'm gonna tell you, they'll send honey traps to a lot of you brothers, man. They'll send honey traps to a lot of you brothers. See, here's the thing. Especially if you're dealing with porn addiction, right? Let's use this as an example. When you're watching certain material, you think the so-called powers that be don't know what type of woman that you are interested in. You think they don't know her shape, her makeup, her physical body. You don't think they know your type. They know exactly who your type is. Listen, they can send that lady in red to seduce you. And then whole time you in a whole relationship with an individual who It's working for somebody. And that sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy. I know. Breathe. How paranoid you gotta be to believe something like that. Listen, I get it. I sound like a crackpot right now, right? But just hear me out. Hear me out. When they do sting operations or undercover work, do they not send women to infiltrate top drug dealers? Do they not send a seductress to find the ins and outs, how a man moves? Does the CIA and the FBI, well, the CIA in particular, do they not recruit beautiful women to get close to powerful drug dealers? So, all right, so we can stop there for a minute. So why would you not believe, if you're a man of Yah, making a difference in this world, why would you not think that they send honey traps to infiltrate, to keep you on a certain level, a certain frequency, keep you operating at a level where you're not supposed to excel? And every time the program started to break, what if I said it like this? What if we all are under a program to a degree in this simulation that we live in this alternative universe, in this matrix? What if we all are in this simulation and we all are being held down to a degree, and none of us are able to reach our plateau, and the enemy makes sure that doesn't happen by sending agents? See, for some people, the isolation program doesn't work. Now, what do I mean by that? The isolation program, where they just pull people away from you, for some individuals, that makes them excel even more. For some individuals, that help them reach a strength that they just can only put under observation. They can only use you as a case study because they done took all your friends, family, relatives. They took everybody out of your life, and they just amused by the fact that you can stand strong on your own. So it brung you to another level. It brung you closer to the Most High. So for some people, they ain't gonna go with the isolation program. For some, they're gonna start to simulate. Now they're gonna be like, okay, now we're gonna have to find a way to engage this person. For instance, I don't know if y'all ever been somewhere and somebody just tries to force friendship on you, like literally tries to force friendship on you. Hey man, don't I know you from somewhere? Hey man, hey, is your people so and so? You don't know me. I don't know you, you don't know me. Where'd you even come from? They just come out of, hey man, don't I know you from? And I'm not talking about if you on social media. I'm literally talking about if you on the streets and somebody just out of nowhere try to like start some kind of conversation that don't make any logical sense, right? They could have been sent, bro. I'm telling you. Somebody said this happens all the time, right? It's the weirdest thing. I've had that happen to me recently. I'm just pumping my gas, you know what I'm saying? Some dude, hey man, ain't you cousins with something? Like, dude, I'm not even from here. Yeah, you sure I don't know you? Yeah, you look real familiar. I'm like, dude, I don't know who you are. You don't know me, bro. You sure? Hey man, we gonna have a problem, bro. I'm just trying to pump my gas and get out of here. Are we gonna have a problem, bro? I don't know you. You don't know me, bro. Like, who sent you over here, bro? Like, when somebody persistent like that, you gotta look out for people like that, bro. Yeah, somebody said that happened to me. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, they look at, that's exactly what it is. They looking for a point of entry. That's why I tell y'all chosen ones, man, you know the Most High chose you to fulfill a purpose in this life, and you ain't one of the zombies. You ain't one of the, you know, the sleepers. You ain't one of the sleeper cells. And you know, when you look in the mirror, you still see your soul, and you just not under the guides of the devil. Man, listen, you gotta be real careful who you let in your life, bro. You gotta be real careful. You gotta be real careful who you let in your life, because people, they be just like the Truman Show. Like I was saying earlier, You end up in a whole relationship with a woman that's working for an agency, and every time you get out of line, she hopping on the phone like, hey, he's starting to read these scriptures a lot. Yeah, he going to bed at night and he listening to the book of Proverbs. He got his audio Bible playing. Like, you think the miniature things that we do as believers, man, listen, they will have that woman being used against you, and vice versa. This can happen to women too. Don't get it twisted. And they be lockstep. Listen, ever since Eve bit of that fruit, the world that you see like on an everyday basis, like this is the alternative. We was never supposed to die. We was never supposed to feel pain. We was never supposed to pay to live in the world that we were born in. Why do you ever ask yourself, why do you have to pay money to live in a place you were born, bro? Think about this, bro. Like, this whole system don't make sense, bro. The world wasn't meant for people to be walking around hating each other, conniving, backstabbers. You know this is the alternative. This world is like hell, bro. It's like hell here. That's why I know this ain't our final form. This is why you can't never sell your soul, because if you sell your soul, you are eternally locked in this place, bro. You are eternally locked into this matrix, bro. And then when you die, you're going to another matrix that's worse than this one. If you sell your soul, you in this matrix, then you pass on and you in another matrix that's worse than this one. And then if you stay with the Most High, when you pass on, then you get to find what reality is. Like, imagine all your senses being engaged the right way. Do you know how dull this life is? Like, this not even living when you think about it. Like, imagine all your senses being engaged at once, bro. That's reality. That's not reality. Where you get to see the full capacity of the Most High, where you can see what he's capable of, bro. This is like a computer generated. This is just not even life, bro. Some of the people I see walking down the street, I know they AIs. Think about it, fellas, listen to me. The women you see online are AI generated. A lot of them are AI generated. So a lot of the women on Instagram that you like, oh man, she bad as I don't know what. She not even real, bro. She not even a real person, bro. She's an artificial intelligence being, bro. Why you think they all look similar, bro? Man, y'all not even hearing me, bro. Y'all not even listening. It started off with makeup, but now some of these women's faces is AI filtered. They AI filtered. They becoming one with the damn matrix. Telling you some real stuff, bro. Bunch of AI broads out here. This is like, we in like the damn fifth element. It is 2023, bro. 2023. We in the fifth element. I'm telling you, man. I know this life ain't real. I know that they be practicing synchronization and all of that with us. Like, look at this. Look at this. Why this person, look what I'm saying as I'm speaking. Why though? Why? They pull up the orange car just sitting there, tinted windows and all, just sitting there. You see what I'm saying? Why? We in the parking lot. As I'm speaking about this, why? Where that car come from? Why they just sitting there? Why? Tinted windows and all. Y'all, you see the stuff I'm talking about? They have no reason to just be sitting there like that. What if I'm ready to back up? My lights are on, my car is on. What are they doing? I'm telling you, bro. It's a damn simulation, man. Y'all don't get it. Somebody said, I have a bird that comes to my window literally every time I'm in the kitchen sink. Yeah, man, they be putting, man, listen, they be like fake birds that they be making, man. I'm telling you. Hold on, let me wipe this off, bro. This place is full of entities and forces, man. And I'm not saying this so any of y'all could be paranoid. I just need you to understand that this life you live is a test. And demons are very real. And they're very prevalent in this society. They operate through people. And they know how to appear. They know how to manifest themselves when when you're doing something. I was watching the news, and I think this broadcast was like a year ago. And this man, he rented a home. He was renting an apartment. And he found cameras all over his apartment, bro. I'm talking about the people who was running the leasing office. He found cameras all over his apartment. I mean, they watching his kids change clothes, watching his wife, watching him. I mean, all over the house. The man found all of them, bro. And I'm telling you, like, don't think for a second that they don't be on that. Trying to learn your whereabouts, your in and outs, how you move, how you operate. This is truly the Truman Show. It's like the Truman Show. Send people to love bomb you. Sometimes these gang stalkers come through religious organizations. Sometimes it be the Freemasonic order in your family. I'm telling you. Yeah, somebody said that's just wild. Real talk. Somebody said most people are okay with it, the world, instead of being of the world. Right. Let me read that again. It said most people are okay with in the world instead of being of the world. I don't know what that means, but I do know most people are of the world. They are of the world. Yeah, we in this world. I get what you're saying. Yeah, we in this world. But we don't have to be of it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be like everybody else. We can stand out. And I mean, the program is real, man. Listen, there's data analytics being done on people who are different. Specifically, people who are coming from certain areas and locations. The smart cities are coming. And they're going to do the 15-minute cities first in urban communities, but then you're going to see the smart cities. For the 15-minute cities, I think the first one is going to be done in Cleveland. So if you're in the Cleveland area, I'm pretty sure, if you're in Cleveland, Ohio, I'm pretty sure the program is real prevalent there. I'm sure of it. So if you're in Cleveland, Ohio, man, I would recommend that, you pay attention. Because it's the first place they're going to run out the 15-minute city. Then the smart cities. And listen, after they put that AI, that artificial intelligence in place, in them smart cities, man, I'm going to tell you now, you're going to see the hive really come out. You're going to see it really come out. People be plugged into these phones, can't live without them. All they got to do is send a frequency through that cell phone tower. Next thing you know, people out here tweaking. Especially if it's something flowing through your veins that don't belong there. Especially if it's something in there that changed your DNA and altered your DNA, where they can just trigger you. Y'all think they make all them zombie movies and all of that for no reason? It's man versus machine. It's exactly what it is. And they study to find out what your weakness is too. This is why we got to pray more than ever nowadays, man. We got to pray without ceasing. We got to stay prayed up. And anytime temptation arises, man, you got to pray. The Most High make a way out of that temptation, because that's how they like to get you like that. Male or female. For the chosen right now, It's time to go into a big detox, man. You got to detox your whole system. Just detox your whole system. Because there's a lot of people full of parasites running around. Real talk. Demonic parasites that's right here in the brain. That's why I be telling people all the time, stop eating that swine's flesh. Stop eating them shrimp, crab, pork, lobster. Stop eating all of that. Because all them parasites going to be ignited, bro. There's people walking around right now with leeches in their brain, bro. That's literally manipulating their brain. Let me tell you, think about the human brain for a second. When you really put it into perspective, the human brain is a computer, right? It's a modulator. Just like any other computer. Just like any other computer, that's your brain, except the RAM and bandwidth of your brain cannot be measured. It literally can't be measured. So if your human brain has that much capacity, you think they haven't figured out ways to tap into the brain? Mind control is real, bro. I think a lot of people are under mind control. And whatever the powers that be want them to do, they're able to flip a switch and have them do it. Y'all wonder why y'all being followed on the highway? Listen, y'all talk about COINTELPRO, CIA. I think it's more sophisticated than that. I think it's more sophisticated than that. Somebody just following you around. And it could be somebody that's just shopping like normal. They can be out here shopping. And all of a sudden, something just... Next thing you know, you being followed. You shopping, you being followed. As like when you walked in, they knew it was one who can see. And the frequency was let out through the cell phone. That's where it come through the cell phone, man. That's why I said a long time ago, the cell phone is the biggest gang stalker. That's the only thing that's in your hand all the time, right? On your persons all the time, that know every damn thing about you. And there's some people so weak-minded and so full of parasites and so full of demons that they could use the phone to have them do the will of Satan, bro. The phone is like the mark of the beast. It said it will be in your hand or in your forehead. What? It said in Revelations, it said the mark of the beast will be in your hand or in your forehead. Oh, the mark of the beast come in more than one form. You always got it up to your head, your forehead. Is this not your forehead? Is this not always having a phone up to your head? Is it not always in your hand? I don't think y'all hearing me, yo. This is not even... This is no game, bro. Somebody said they feel led to stop drinking. I feel you on that. I'm on a detox myself, man. Because this is what they want you to do. They want you to turn into alcoholism, marijuana, because they want you to try to escape this. Listen, when you drinking too much, or I don't recommend that you smoke at all. I recommend that you use CBDs and things like that to stress relieve. But if you notice you doing things that's, more than you normally do, it's because you're trying to escape something, man. You can't escape this matrix. You got to live in it. You just got to know how to survive in this matrix. And you got to detox yourself time from time. Real talk. You got to. Somebody said, yeah, the cell can also be a black mirror. That's a fact. Somebody said, I have you blasting out of my cell phone at work, and there for sure some annoyed demonic energy manifesting. Wow, be careful with that, man. I don't want you losing your job because of this, you know what I'm saying? But it's true, though. It's very true what I'm saying, man. But people don't want to accept that this ain't really life. This ain't really life. And I'm not saying to be looking to die. That's not what I'm saying at all. But while you in this alternative universe, you got to protect your energy as much as possible. You got to get close to the Most High. You got to keep your mind on things of the heavenly realm, because that's our only real escape. Drugs, alcohol, you can't escape this with drugs and alcohol. That makes it worse. If anything, that makes it worse. Only way you can escape is think of the Most High. Think of what he's capable of. Like even when you go to the story in the Bible that talks about Jonah in the whale. Actually, it doesn't even say it's a whale. It says it's a fish. And everybody like, yo, you can't survive in the belly of a fish. You know, that's nonsense. How did that happen? Yo, when you read that scripture, it said the Most High made a fish appear. He made a fish appear. We don't even know what kind of species or entity that was. We don't know what that was that appeared. What's the point you making, Breed? What's the point? The capabilities of the Most High. Because he needed Jonah to get from one place to the next, he was able to manifest something. Now imagine this. We are so far gone for something like that to take place. We're so far gone from history where the Most High can manifest an anomaly that we don't even believe it to be real. Why we don't believe it to be real? The Most High made you. This whole creation is a miracle. So we don't believe that to be real. What that proves is that this matrix right here has strayed further and further away from reality. Reality is limitless. Yes, reality is actually limitless when you really think about this. These people here on this planet with their gets and gadgets and everything they got, is nothing on what reality really is, bro. Or what the Most High can do. This place is nothing, bro. This is a simulation. This whole program is a simulation. That's why, like, when it comes to gang stalkers, when it comes to being isolated, ostracized, manipulated, betrayed, group mobbing, I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't hold the power to harm you because you're in a simulation. The Almighty won't let them do but so much. They're not allowed to. I'm telling you. Somebody said watching you attracts the gang stalkers. I don't know why you said that. Somebody said Earth is the Most High's footstool. Exactly. Somebody said, I don't think it's a miracle. I think it's international to fight the construct. I don't think it's a miracle. I think it's an international to fight the construct. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What I meant to say, let me repeat, is life itself is a miracle. That's what I'm saying. If the Most High can take, if the Most High can, if you can inseminate a woman, she carried that baby for 9 months, push the baby out, have that baby, it grows up to be whatever. It lives to the fullest potential of life. It started off as a seed in your ball sack. That's a miracle to me. But at the same time, there's another level. That's the point I'm trying to make. And what I was saying was we should keep our mind on what the other level is. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying life itself is a miracle. The Most High, he did love the world. He gave his one begotten son for the world. He loved this world. But now we're so far, this is the point I'm making. Now in this life, we're so far from reality because of the evil that's here. This is not the world. This version of the world you live in is not the world that the Almighty loves. This version of the world is not the right version. If that makes any sense, I really want you to comprehend what I'm saying. This version of the world is demonic, is sick, is wicked, is perverse. That's the point I'm making. And we're so far from reality. We are in an artificial intelligence program. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Yeah, exactly. Lon Diamond, the rhythm is way off here. It's way off. And this is why the Most High is not dealing with the lukewarm. He's not dealing with the lukewarm. He's dealing with those who are going to choose a side. And, that's why I oblige you all to just repent, live a lifestyle that seeks repentance. Don't get caught up in whatever sin it is plaguing you, man. Don't allow the enemy to get you trapped in this simulation and give you live hell. Be about your word. Understand that we all are work in progress, number one. But number two, that you got to understand time is drawing near. You know what I'm saying? Time is at hand. Somebody said, when you start talking, that's what starts the gangstalking. When you start talking, that's what starts the gangstalking. Let me tell you something. There's people gangstalking people just because they know the spirit that's on you. Don't get it twisted. Just because I'm talking about it don't mean that that's gonna start somebody stalking it. Listen, let me tell y'all going on 9 to 5s and being gang stalked. Some of y'all being workplace mobbed. When everybody, listen, when you walk into a room and everybody get quiet, what you think is going on? Some of your family members are gang stalking you. Don't get it twisted thinking that it just goes for social media personalities who are outspoken and, standing against the evil. No. You gotta understand. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. And I hate talking personally. And the reason I hate it is because in my position, they would love to make me look a certain way. I will say, I have to be very careful with my words, right? What I will say is, back before I was even on social media, when I lived in Washington, D.C. or the metropolitan area, I can honestly say that I would get pulled over, harassed by police more than, I don't know what was going on, but it was like clockwork. I mean, it was daily, bro. It was daily. I couldn't walk down the street. I couldn't get in a whip and ride with nobody. I mean, it was crazy. Now, mind you, Washington, D.C. has the highest police presence in the country. But it was like I was a magnet to police, bro. Like a straight magnet. To the point where it's like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Followed all the time. So, I mean, I don't know if that's just coincidence, but that's what it was. It's almost like they knew who I was. I tell this story time and time again. When I turned 18, I was beat by police on my 18th birthday. Handcuffed, beat, had stitches in my eye. It is what it is. This is a true story. On my 18th birthday, I was beat by police, taken to the hospital. They stitched me up and they let me go, bro. It's almost like, yo, we've been watching you. We was waiting for you to turn 18. Yo, we know exactly who you are. That's how it felt. That's why I left the area. So I'm saying that to say this. It don't matter if you're speaking about something. It's a light that's in a lot of you brothers and sisters. A lot of y'all were chosen to be born for a certain purpose in life. And you think these entities and these forces, these witches, warlocks, demons, perpetrators, agents, you think they don't know who you are? A lot of it is intimidation tactics. A lot of what they do is just to intimidate you. Because in the spirit realm, demons already know your capabilities. They already know what capacity is possible for you to operate in. They already know. Demons already know this. They already know the possibilities are limitless. This is spiritual. We battle not against flesh and blood. What them scriptures say. We battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness and principalities in high places. I want y'all to think about your life. So there's been a series of events that happen in a lot of y'all's lives that you can only attribute to be in some sort of simulation. Think about it. Have you ever reflected on your life and thought, man, yo, my life is like a movie, bro? You ever thought about that? Like, yo, this is like a legit movie. How many of y'all ever experienced that by show of ones? Y'all just was thinking about your life and be like, ain't no way. If this didn't happen, that wouldn't have happened. It's like this meant to happen, so it would have been like that. Or this happened because I was meant to go here and do that. Man, it's a movie, bro. Yo, D-Man, thanks for the 10. Says, thank you, brother Breed. I'm 26, and I woke up to the truth last year. You and Mark the Messenger are truly sent from the Most High. You talking today, brother. Truly, we can't please the Most High without faith. That's a fact. And by the way, man, y'all support markthemessenger.love. Markthemessenger.love, get you a love note. Support newbreed.love, get you a love note. Yeah, support both of the, both our websites. Because that's what it is. We building the economy for our people. But nah, thanks for the support, bro. I appreciate it, man. But see, there's a lot of people waking up to this truth and really seeing what's happening. Like, they really get it. They really get it. And I'm going to be real with you, man. Ever since I came back from Africa, meeting up with dignitaries, meeting up with the Vice P, I just been seeing some weird things happen in my life, bro. Like, I don't know how to word it without sounding crazy, but so I'm just gonna say it's been weird. It's been weird since I've been back. I'm still like adjusting to the altitude here. I'm still adjusting to this place, like, and not only that, man, it's just some things that happen where it just ain't right, bro. It just ain't right. Yo, somebody said life is a T.I. movie, right? That's what I be thinking. Like, is this real life or is this a damn movie I'm living in? And for real, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, you gotta stay prayed up. The closer you are to the Most High in these times, the better, man. Because they send these perps and agents to watch, and they give them incentives. There's an incentive program that happens as well, where some of these people are living in townhouses. They living in nice little luxury suites. They live for free. They literally are living for free just to mess with you, man. All kind of spam calls. They're gonna give you all kind of spam calls. That's them people. All kind of weird emails. I don't know if y'all have social media or Instagram or whatever, but you'll keep getting requests for somebody trying to change your passwords. You didn't do that. Recently, I have an email that I made. There's a person emailing that email address. I never even gave that email address away. Never even gave the email address. I got it strictly for business. And there's a person literally who watched the channel. I don't know how on earth they got that email address, but they just keep emailing that particular email. An email they shouldn't even know exists, bro. I'm telling you, it's weird stuff that happens. And you'll sit there and look at this stuff and be like, yo, this doesn't make sense. It just makes sense. Yo, somebody said, been getting calls every day, but doesn't say spam. Say hello, and then they just hang up, right? Or you'll pick up, they just breathing on the phone, and it's just weird stuff, bro. And it's because y'all are raising, you're elevating, you're reaching new spiritual heights. And again, listen, don't be out here paranoid. I'm just making people aware of what's going on. Listen, you got to cleave to the Almighty. The Most High don't give us the spirit of fear. He give us peace. He give us tranquility. Understand that, you're not crazy. That's the main thing. I want you to know you are not crazy. You are not somebody who has just lost your mind. I know there's things that happen in a lot of y'all righteous people's lives that you really can't tell nobody because it sounds like you crazy. But things are weird. Things have changed. It ain't like the old days where COINTELPRO was sending an agent to watch the Black Panther. No, now they're watching individuals who just have the discernment to see what's going on in the world. Anybody who's a threat to their new world order, anybody who's a threat to their establishment, they are watching. Especially if you're born into a family who are all asleep. You know? So, I mean, this is a simulation, bro. Real talk. Somebody said, have you ever felt like someone is helping? What do you mean? Somebody said they hire people to watch you. Yeah, they do. They do. Somebody said good discernment will make you seem crazy, but you are on point. Energy is everything. Real talk. Somebody said, I definitely question my sanity a few times as well. Right, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to question your sanity. It's like, no, you're not insane. The world that you live in is crazy. The world you live in is rather perplexing. Even the scriptures tell you that we will be in perplexing times. But be not weary. It says, be not faint. Although things are perplexing, it is very perplexing. But what do? Do we just ignore it? Do we act like it's not weird? Do we just not say, oh man, something is not right? This thing is off kilter. This thing is spinning on a broken axis. Ain't no way we're living in a society where drag queens is dancing for kids in a school. It ain't no way humanly, earthly possible that you can turn on the news and this is happening. Ain't no way you living in a society where they have an after-school Satan program in schools, where kids are sitting around, instead of playing Ring Around the Rosie or Duck Duck Goose, they sitting around a damn pentagram with Satan, the Baphomet in the middle of it. It ain't no damn way. This place is weird, y'all. Is strange. So, ain't no way that we supposed to be looking at ourselves as we crazy. No, if they able, peep this, if they able to do stuff like that, and most of the world is not batting an eye at it, most of the world are okay. What that proves right there is that most people are subdued. Whatever frequency, whatever the beast is doing, it worked. They're subdued. They're not. If this is able to work on most of the world, yo, we have to stand out. It ain't no way. This is why we got to be among each other, man. We got to be in a place where we're dwelling together, where we're in the face of the wilderness, pleading with the Most High, allowing him to work out our problems and our issues. This is why right now, man, we got to let our egos go. This world is falling, bro. This thing is falling. Somebody said Instagram keeps blocking me from sharing reels because I'm sharing posts reading through the society shenanigans. Right. Because you being watched. They won't let you post nothing. Let me tell you something. If I was to get on Instagram and post regularly, my Instagram would blow up very quickly. Because the statistics and numbers I get on Instagram aren't bad for my following. But you know what? They don't let me post on Instagram. That's why I don't post on it. All I can post is pictures on Instagram. They don't let me post on Instagram. So I know exactly what you're talking about. They don't let me post at all, bro. TikTok, every time I made a TikTok, I got removed immediately. And I'm not comparing my plight to yours. I'm just saying, this is real things that I go through. I know what you're saying. I relate to what you're saying. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, it's a control mechanism in place. Somebody said, yep, if I post low-life memes, I get all kind of likes, post Bible, and I'm ghosted. Right. That's true. Somebody said, I feel like I've been blackballed from work. What? Somebody said, I used to expose child predators and human trafficking, so they definitely do not like me at all. Was rescued by a U.S. Marine. Wow. See, they don't like people uncovering their program. Let me wipe this off. They don't like you unveiling the pederasty that goes on, the child grooming and the child ritual abuse and sacrifice that go on. They don't want you talking about that. No, they don't. Soon as you start talking about ritual abuse, pederasty, and all these things that's actually taking place, oh, they don't want you having no voice. They passing laws right now to pretty much um to pretty much make the Bible illegal in Los Angeles. They passing laws right now to make the Bible illegal. Yeah, this is the stuff we deal with. This is why online a lot of the times, when you speak in truth, you getting shadow banned. It's because they just don't want that out. They want to continue to control the masses of people. Somebody said I was censored on Facebook. My video taken down. A cop speaking of Corona. Wow. Yeah, we living in the last days, man. We got to get our souls clean. Whatever vice that you battle with, man, you got to bind it through the power of the Most High, man, and pray, man. And repentance is key, man. If you mess up, man, ask the Most High to forgive you and let him know, Lord, I am trying. Lord, I'm trying. Like, Lord, work with me. I don't want to end up going to hell. I don't want to end up like these skinwalkers. I don't want to end up like these zombies out here who can't see. Hold on to the fact that you can see. Because the way I'm talking right now, most of society will look at me like I am absolutely crazy for what I'm saying. And it haven't been a lie told. Haven't been not one lie told in this broadcast. But most of the world will listen to this and say, yo, this Negro is crazy. No. The people are asleep. The people they dead sleep. Just like when Neo woke up in the Matrix. And he jumped out that pod. He looked around. And he had to realize that everybody else still in the Matrix. They still in the pod. Man, you got to stay woke out here, man. For real. And stay prayed up. One thing that I remember specifically, man, that when we were in Africa, every time we put the keys in the ignition to go from one place to the next, all the brethren, all the sisters, you know what we did before we pulled off? We prayed. Everywhere we went, we prayed before we left. Before that key even hit the engine, we prayed. Man, you got to pray these days, man. Prayer, man, if your prayer life ain't right, you got to get your prayer life in order, because it's a scripture that says the Lord knows your wants, he knows your needs and all of that. There's a scripture that say that. So there's some people who read that, and I was one of these people who read that and say, well, the Lord know what I want, what I need. So I didn't really have much of a prayer life as I have now. Like, I pray more than ever now. Like, within this last month or two, I've been praying. You know what I'm saying? I normally I know the Lord knows me, so I would never have a real deep prayer life. But in these days, man, I'm gonna tell you, when I went to Africa and I felt the Holy Spirit when we did these prayers, and I understood that was acting as a force field. That was acting as a force field from any Secret Service and even air marshals and all of that when we was traveling abroad. Because I don't think a lot of people, they haven't registered what we were able to accomplish in Africa yet. I don't think for a lot of people you really understand that we made history. I don't think you understand what was accomplished, and it still haven't set in for a lot of people. I don't think you understand when the history books is getting written that I'm going to be up in that history book, that everything that me and my constituents and elders are going to be in the books. I don't think people get that. I don't think they understand what comes with that. I don't think they understand the great risk and great reward that was made for them. People just sit back and they watch. Y'all think YouTube, y'all think it's just entertainment coming from me. There's real works being done. But I notice now, since that has happened, man, I gotta pray all the time, man. My prayer life has intensified, because you got to understand that this world don't want anything righteous being done. They just don't. Somebody said yeah, it ain't no joke at all. And shout out to CJ in the chat. And by the way, if y'all like these shades I got on, you already know these are the Marvices, man. That's all y'all gonna be seeing me wear is these Marvices. And y'all know where to find these. Newbreed.love. Go over there and get y'all some Marvices, man. Support our people's businesses. This is a young brother right here with his business. I love his sunglasses, his hats, all of that. Brother doing his thing. These joints fly and everything out there. So, you know, go on newbreed.love and support these joints, man. Y'all gonna be seeing me wearing different colors of these joints, because that's what it's all about, supporting our people, man. Instead of buying Versace shades and all of that, man, go get you them Marvices, man. Real talk. Yeah, somebody say, yeah, homie, them joints looking sharp. I know, man. I'm really rocking with these. Matter of fact, come on, man. Come on, man. These are quality right here. You can't tell me these ain't crispy. Come on, man. Come on now. Y'all see what we doing? Y'all see exactly what we doing, man. Hold up. Hold on now. We got the personalities. Got the personality jumps too. Come on, man. Come on. We talking about quality stuff here. Listen, if we ain't supporting our people, we ain't doing nothing. Some of y'all wonder why y'all not blessed out here. You ain't blessed because you don't support your people. That's why. You support everybody but your people. It's a damn shame. Wonder why, if you want to start something, you can't get off the ground. Because you all take, and you don't give. That's why. That's why I don't like selfish energies around me. I wouldn't be where I'm at today, blessed, highly favored, if I didn't have charity in my heart, and if I haven't been active with being charitable. I don't know what time we living in now, but when I lived in San Antonio, Texas, when I was out there, I truly got an understanding what it's like to support your people. And that's before, that's some years ago, back in the day, when Swisher House was out and people were selling albums out their trunk. And the way that people of Texas got down, Texas supported Texas. It gave me a really good habit living out there, because if I see one of my people selling something and doing something, I always supported them. Always. If I had the money, I'm digging in my pot. Oh, bro, you got your own. I don't care, man, bro. You got your own juicing stand. Boom, I'm supporting. And that's why every time I start something, it's successful. That's the Most High. Yeah, the brown and black love was real out there. Real talk. Somebody said make them low in the eyes. Nah, not right now. I'm wearing these Marvices right now. I'm wearing my Marvices. And plus, the reason why I'm starting to wear sunglasses a lot, because I spend a lot of time looking at a screen, and screen time is not good for you. Screen time is not good for you. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your eyes. It's not good. Especially, like, it's good that you have a little shade on your eyes, man. It's just not good. As a content creator, I'm always at a screen doing something, bro. So, nah. It's good to switch it up. Yeah, it's got the blue tint on it. It's fly. Yeah, these are the blue light blockers whole time. But you know, man, I just really wanted to talk about this simulation, man. Y'all listen, you're not crazy, you're not losing your mind. If you noticing certain things, pray. Pray for your belongings too. Pray over your home, pray over your vehicle, pray over your possessions. That's important too. So, you know, just stay safe out here, man. No need to fear, but your prayer life got to get better. Repent to the Most High. Live your life fullest. Don't allow these devils, weirdos, and perps to stop you from living. And never move in fear, man. Never move in fear, because the Almighty is with you. And you're not alone in none of this. Listen, I love each and every one of y'all, man. Newbreed.love. Uh, go over there and show y'all some support. Get your man. Let's stimulate our economy. Get you some novices. You know, really support your people, man, because we got a lot of work to do moving forward. Listen, I want y'all to have a blessed afternoon. With that being said, shalom and peace.